Ari Gunanapitupulu dari Ardena Food. Merasa cukup confident juga ada campur aduk lah, Bu. Kita sudah mengulang-ulang pitchingnya, terus juga nonton beberapa pitching dari India Fun Fest. Terus ya tadi kita memastikan setting komputernya benar. Insya Allah besok baik. Oh ya jelas. Banyak banget yang saya bisa dapat dari bootcamp. Banyak pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang selama ini saya cari-cari sebenarnya terjawab oleh bootcamp, dan ditambah lagi bisa komunikasi langsung dengan mentor kita Pak Nalin, dan dia sudah berpengalaman sekali. Jadi saya rasa banyak sekali faedahnya. Saya udah ngerekomendasiin satu sih.
Oke.
Should be more. Apalagi saya menang ntar. Good morning, investors. My name is Ari Napit from Ardena Food, Jakarta, Indonesia. We are here to seek 27 billion rupiah or 1.9 million US dollar for 12.5% equity or convertible notes. Ardena Food is a seafood-based frozen food company with 2.6 million US dollar revenue last year, and we are producing 80 to 100 tons of product every month. We have 150 plus employees. Our vision is to be the best processed frozen food company in Indonesia with a high brand value in Indonesia and globally. Our traction is keep growing. We have 29 and 22% revenue growth in last year and this year respectively. We have 19 varieties of product and growing. We're covering 5 provinces throughout Indonesia, and our total customer is 150 plus stores, and ongoing we have around 80 to 100 prospects in our sales funnel. On your left, you can see this is the pre-COVID research. The growth for frozen food globally is 4.3%, and in Indonesia itself is 9.1% during for the next 5 years. Indonesian love the products, and we can see the millennials shows 9% increase for the products. 7 out of 10 have stepped up the amount for the purchase, and you can know that with the pandemic, there's a jump of frozen food purchase. What we're solving is is of course with the pandemic is food safety, and there's less healthier choices in the market. There are lower product line in the market, and of course, unorganized supply chain. Our solution is because we are a fish-based product or seafood-based, we are providing a healthier solution. It is time-saving, affordable product with the massive product line. We are quality and safety assured by the Food and Drugs Association and halal assured by MOI. We have easy access to and speedy delivery. That's our promise, and we are growing with online and demand marketplace. Our business process is fairly straightforward. We procure all the raw materials, we process it, and then we distribute it throughout our channels to our target market, which is mothers and foodpreneurs. Next. Our sales channels, there are 6 channels that we identified. HoReCa, which is hotel, restaurant, catering, cafes, and hawkers. General trade agent, community and resellers, online marketplace, distributors, and modern market, which is supermarkets. Yeah. You can, next please. You can see this is the our partners. Our some of them are our distributors, some of them are our direct customers. Next. Our competitive landscape, we put ourselves in the high perceived price and high perceived quality. You can see we are a bit below Fiesta Seafood. We are a bit more expensive than others, but we are tastier. But it is being accepted by the market, obviously, because we can see the growth every year. And the small circle is the coverage. There is still a lot of market that we can explore. Sedia is the bigger one, and Minaku at the moment. Next. The cold storage, we put it in 7 billion rupiah. The machineries are 4 billion. We put 2.5 billion for river trucks. We have 1.1 billion in ERP system. We put 300 million in certification, 6 billion with geographical expansion, and of course, 6.1 for working capital. This is our financial projection. This year, we're aiming for 44 billion rupiah. That's the third column. And next year, with the investment, we're aiming for 75 billion and onwards. With the fifth year, we're aiming about to multiply 10 times of our revenue. With this, in 80, can you go back, please? Oh, sorry. We get 87 billion revenue, and we got 87 billion of profit in the cumulative 5 years, and that's how we're gonna give you back your investment, your money. We can offer also the buyback period after the 6th or 8th year of the investment. This is our team. I'm the president director. Mr. Ade and Munawir is the production director and logistic director, and the bottom two is the CFO and the CMO of the company, and we are supported by 150 other personals. So investors, together we can serve this great food solution to all the people in Indonesia, or maybe to the world. So who's in? Thank you.
Thank you, Ari. That is a great presentation, and it's fascinating how you stuck to your focus on being perceived as a quality player and have grown very fast. So I have a question on this very point. You're clearly a very brands-oriented business, right? The brand is extremely important. And I note that you've not raised any round of fundraising till now, and you've completely bootstrapped. So what's the secret sauce? How have you guys gotten the word around about publicizing your brand till now?
Okay, how we do it is I'm thoroughly active with the organization, like Chamber of Commerce, Young Chambers of Commerce, Food Association. That's, I think, how we can grow our the awareness. Yeah, the awareness. I'm also the committee of the mall. So.
Sure.
And also we do social media, which is cheaper marketing than others.
Sure. So clearly that has gotten you to where you are pretty fast, but obviously your business being what it is, I would assume, would it be accurate to assume that, you know, going forward, there's going to be a lot of spend in advertising?
There will be spend in advertising. I want to expand also to the other cities or province, basically. So we put our sales representative there, so we can get closer to our customers, and we can go through what we haven't covered.
Understood. And how much of the 2 million that you're raising is going to be allocated for advertising, you think?
I believe around 2 to 3 billion.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Seema, do you have any questions?
No, not really on this. Just, yeah.
Great. So I'm going to throw it open to the panel, investor panel for questions.
Hello.
Edward. Yeah.
Hi, Pak Edward.
Yeah,
how are you?
Last year, yeah. And,
yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that your EBITDA is pretty low. Yeah, I mean, for producer or manufacturers.
Yeah.
I think your EBITDA is around 5%, isn't it?
Yes, even sometimes below that. So this is happened with the fast-moving consumer goods because we have a very short turnaround. So the quantity is massive, but our cash flow is actually, when you produce this, you can get paid next week. So that's how we make this. So fast-moving is our key.
The cash flow is healthy,
yeah,
and you get paid in the short term.
Yeah.
But is there a strategy that you can increase your EBITDA by, say, get a volume discount?
Yes, of course, Pak. That's why we are asking the investment, because of course with the minimum order, not the economic order quantity, we can increase the profit as well, and reducing the cost maybe, or at least reducing the term of payment.
Say, we are investing into e-fishery. If you are.
Yeah, we know, Pak.
There is a company called Aruna.
Yeah.
If you do some synergy with them, would you be able to increase your EBITDA or?
Hopefully, Pak. We have to know the COGS, because one thing we don't our raw material is not actually raw fish, Pak. So we use surimi. Surimi is bubur ikan, the fish paste. So there is one step before getting to us. So if we can go downstream, upstream actually, if that's in the long term, so we can produce surimi by ourselves. Our team are capable to do that, but at the moment we're not focusing there.
How expensive is it to create that facility?
Maybe around the same amount that we're asking, Pak. If you want the proper one.
Okay. Sorry, one more thing. I know you in 2020 next year your EBITDA is actually lower than this year.
Yes. Okay, Pak. Because of the investment, we're planning a huge investment, right? And the accrual of the depreciation is high, but we haven't got our return. So
you amortize the
the amortization.
Okay.
Just one question, Pak Ari.
Yes, ma'am.
What about BEPOM related registration and position?
We cleared them.
You're clear, all products.
All products.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
BEPOM.
Hi. I have a question. Sandra from Adamar. So I would like to know, like, which channel is your biggest sales channel? Like, I was thinking, like, because you engage distributor, it could be lower margins.
Okay.
Following up on Edward. Yeah.
So our biggest one is the general trade market, ma'am, because that's the reason is we are looking for cash flow initially. So almost 90% our trade is general trade. But that's saying the cash flow is very healthy. 1 week you can get your money back.
Yeah, following up to that question,
yes.
As the general trade, do they have like cold chain facilities for your products? And for the 7 billion cold chain, what's the coverage like? Is it for the trucks or for covering other cities? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, they're actually our general trade market is actually a specialist general trade. So they are frozen food agents basically. So they have they even have cold storage at their place. They have like 30 freezers or 40 large freezers. So and we have our frozen river trucks, I mean. So to distribute to them, we can maintain the good quality of cold chain with -18 degrees Celsius.
I had a follow-up question. So your reefer trucks are they leased from somebody, or do you outsource that part of it, or do you own them on your books?
We own 4 trucks at the moment. 3 small trucks and 2 quite big ankle.
And as you scale, is your strategy to continue with this model of ownership, or are you going to be outsourcing?
Outsourcing is one option, but in the long term, if you want to explore a new city, then we can outsource it first, and then if the purchase being consistent, then we can purchase our own.
Got it. Thank you. Okay. Any other investors have any questions or interest? Please let us know. And sorry, is anybody saying anything? I'm not hearing. Okay. Sorry, Seema is saying something. You're on mute, Seema.
No, I guess if there are any prospective, investors, they could probably think over and get back to us. We could go to the next.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can reach out to us and we'll connect
facilitate.
You. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, Ari. All the best.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
everyone. I hope hear from you soon. I think we did good with the pitch, but it's a big ask, so maybe the investor need to think about it. The investor feedback, they asked some question, obviously. Some of them are quite good because this might not be their specific field of expert, yeah. So they ask because this is a frozen food, so they ask some details. The overall experience for Indonesia Fun Festival today, it's been great. I hope that there will be a follow-up after this, and we can success in increasing